So, going back to lightweight, just to wrap it up, Devin Haney will fight against Lomachenko, and Isaac Cruz won a semifinal elimination bout, and we should order Isaac Cruz against Shakur Stevenson as a final elimination bout for the mandatory of the division.
Class in session, when I talk, they listen. But you know how it go. Real niggas pay attention. Just then, the WBC just mandated Isaac Cruz and Shakur Stevenson for the title eliminator for the WBC title. That shit gonna be busting. But look, before we get into that, Devin Haney is gonna put all his belts on the line for the Great White Hope, Lomachenko. But I'm glad for Devin Haney for getting the opportunity to fight Lomachenko. They did confirm it today that he is fighting. So sometime next year, I'm hoping maybe around February, March, they should be fighting. You know, I'm not sure. I'm just throwing out some dates, but they should be fighting somewhere around that time. And then, I ain't gonna lie, Shakur Stevenson, he gonna have his hands full with that nigga, Shakur Stevenson have his hands full with Isaac Cruz. Cause that motherfucker there, he one of them type of niggas to put his head down, just get the throwing them bitches, you hear me? Yeah. That nigga, sometimes he be fighting like them little motherfuckers that come fight in school when they put their head down, they just, just go crazy. You feel me? But I think that's gonna be a real good fight. And that's really gonna test Shakur Stevenson defense, because I think Shakur Stevenson has the best defense in boxing to me. But he really gonna have to put that shit on display when he fight Isaac Cruz. You know, because he could get clipped with one of them motherfuckers, you know. But I know Tank handled his ass pretty goddamn well, just how one hand, because he had broke his left hand in the fight. But, and then another thing I wanted to speak on was Devin Haney versus Devin. I ain't gonna lie, man. This was one of my dream fights. This was one of the fights that I wanted to see. Is Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Two of the most defensive fighters in the entire of boxing. But I know a whole lot of people who don't know shit about boxing. They don't like Shakur Stevenson. They don't like Devin Haney because they say they boring and they pillow fisted and they don't get no knockouts. You know, I think this, to me, I like that. I don't know. I like all styles of boxing. I don't got to see a knockout all the time. I do want to see a knockout sometimes, but that shit don't really mean nothing. Like when you see a nigga put on a display of not getting hit, I like watching shit like that. That's why a lot of them hoe ass niggas used to hate Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that noise? I'm tripping this hoe. But I really think it's gonna be a good fight, man. I can't wait to tune into that shit. You feel me? Yeah, man, I can't wait to see this clinic of two niggas who don't get hit and two niggas that don't knock people out. This shit is gonna be lit, nigga. I might fuck around and go to the fight. Yeah. Y'all might fuck around and go to the fight. If that bitch in Vegas, I might pull up in that bitch. You know, but to be honest with you, I don't know who will win that fight. I like both of them, but I don't know who will win, you know? But if I had to edge it out to somebody, that one is Charles. But if I had to edge it out to somebody, I edge it out to Shakur Stevenson, you know? I'll edge it out to like a 51-49 percentage. I think Shakur Stevenson will beat Devin. But I think it's a good fight. And on top of that, I think Devin Haney said this gonna be his last fight at a 135 because he said he couldn't make weight no more. And then at his last fight when he fought, who the hell he fought last time? That George Kambosos nigga, right? When he fought George Kambosos, boy, when he was looking standing on that scale, that boy was looking like E.T. in his bitch. It looked like so, like his facial structure, like boy, you know who he looked like? He looked like 50 Cent. He looked like 50 Cent when he had that part in that movie when he was laying in the bed when he was sick and shit. That's how that nigga Devin Haney look. If that nigga look like that again, that nigga, yeah, he might need to go ahead and move up. But I'm not sure if he gonna fight that nigga at 35. You know, he might just drop all them hoes as soon as he beat Lomachenko, because the nigga already youngest nigga to ever fucking do it, to be undisputed. So if you beat Lomachenko, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world, that nigga not on my motherfucking pound for pound list. How nigga gonna be on a pound for pound list? That nigga ain't even got no belt. That nigga ain't got no belt. That nigga lost, what, twice already in his career? Nigga ain't no motherfucking pound for pound list. And then they don't even got Devin on the pound for pound list. Huh? How the fuck they ain't got Devin Haney on the pound for pound list? Man, comment if y'all think I should make my pound for pound list. Because if y'all want to make a pound for pound list, I'll drop my shit. I'll bet Devin Haney be on that bitch, and I'll bet Lomachenko won't. What the fuck you talking about? But at the end of the day, I wish both of the fighters good luck. I want to see a good fight. I want to see that scratch. You hear me? I want to see them niggas eat. What the fuck you talking about?